Last night I left Misumaru to auto farm event and it looks like she did manage to farm without fail. And after the login bonuses we can see how many battles she actually did. I now have 2670 spirit points, and when I started last night I had 8950, which means I have done 785 runs. Let's take a look at where you should spend your event points. So paper doll, guaranteed friend ritual, story card ritual, those are very good to get, quite cheap and very important. As for the story cards, sometimes the event story cards can be quite good. This one is quite decent as a yang attack and defense stat stick. But usually the event story cards aren't that good. But you can just get them for collection purposes anyway, they don't cost that many points. So books, golden books you can buy. Golden books are quite worth it. All these golden books, and as well as these golden medicine. So medicine is like a replacement for tiles. You can use them to enhance story cards instead of using tiles. So they're basically equivalent to tiles. Then spirit points. That depends on how much you farm. So if you farm a lot, then and you are low on spirit points, then you buy the spirit points. If you don't farm that much, you don't have that many event points, then you probably won't need the spirit points. And these spirit points, the first 2 stacks are cheaper than the next 2. So the first 2 stacks is 200 event points per 500 spirit points, and then it's 500 to 500, and then it's 2500 to 500. But all these stacks are worth buying if you grind a lot, if you manage to spend them. But if your spirit points are always kept and you don't have event points, then you might want to skip some of these. Next are coins. Events are the best way to get coins, so you definitely want to buy out these 2 stacks of coins. Because you need coins for a lot of stuff. So these 2 stacks are 100 points for 100 coins. You want to buy them out. That's about 200,000 coins per event. And these stacks is 100 points for 10 coins, so these aren't that worth anymore. So this is only 10,000, 20,000 coins for a lot of points, so that's not that worth it. It's more for if you already bought out everything else and have nothing to do with your points, then you buy these. So, and I should also mention the lottery. The lottery is a great source of golden materials, so make sure you do the lottery as well. It's quite high priority. It's probably after you get the paper doll and the rituals, then you want to go ahead and do the lottery. So first priority, paper doll and rituals, and then probably the lottery, and then some of these gold books or gold medicine. And coins are also pretty high up on the priority list. And then spirit points, it depends on how much you farm and how much you need them. As for the rare point shop, these music discs are often locked to a certain event, so the only way to get them is from these event rare points. And basically you can play these music in your home screen. So if you buy these, then you can set these to your home screen music. So this kind of depends on whether you like the music or how much you value these musics. But if you don't, I recommend getting them because they are often limited, or like the only way to get them is from certain event rare point shops. Then there's also fortune dust. You can get usually like 30 fortune dust for 5 rare points each per event, and this is a great way to get fortune dust. So you can go ahead and get them. It's like 150 points to buy out all the fortune dust. And of course all these materials. So scrolls are the best to buy, especially like dragon, tiger, phoenix, and serpents. Those are usually the rarer scrolls, or the scrolls that are used more often. For books, you can buy X books before regular books because the X books are better and they cost the same. And finally we have tiles, which is so overall I would get like CDs and fortune dust first, and then golden scrolls depending on which ones you need, and then books or tiles. Also, it's been a week since I started this account almost, and I'm gonna see if I can get to 750 cubes today, which is enough to guaranteed pull or spark for a festival character. So I'm gonna try and clear out the event stages for the cubes as well as more main story stages. In the meantime, I did some event farming, some errands, and I did my daily tasks. While I was here, I checked some of the other tabs, and the sub-tab had some rewards from leveling various miscellaneous stuff, which included some golden scrolls. There were some Heaven and Tiger scrolls as well, so I went to Misumaru's character page and checked if I had enough. And I just barely had enough scrolls to unlock her third skill at rank 4. This skill gives spirit power up as well as accuracy up, which are things I have been severely lacking so far on Misumaru, so I'm gonna level up this skill as fast as I can. I also go ahead and complete these first anniversary ritual tasks, which involve awakening a unit and superior enhancing HP. I just do the arena on normal mode to get a little bit of wood, which is all I need. This superior enhance is just small increases to stats, which most of the time isn't relevant. I also awaken a friend that I will never use, and claim the last of these rituals. I have quite a few of these rituals, so let's see what I get. I get some story cards and then 2 friends, and it's Luna Child and another Luna Child. I get a couple more story cards, but on the last 10 pull, I get a new festival friend, Dolemi. Unfortunately, she won't be super useful for me right now as she doesn't really farm very well, so she will be kept in the box. I also have 5 copies of It's Spring now, which is enough to max limit break it, making it my best card for spirit power up, giving 1.5 spirit power. I also go ahead and enhance it. If you don't have a lot of golden materials, then you can stop at +6, because +7 to +10 takes golden materials, but since I have quite a lot of these tiles, I might as well enhance to +10. This brings me to my next little tutorial thing. So this is a one-wave stage, and let's say I'm against a generic powerful enemy, and I want to set it up so that my last word does as much damage as possible. So I want to set up some buffs as well as get 3 spirit power so that I can use 3 boost on my last word, obviously. So let's start with some spirit power up. So I'm just using some spell cards that give various buffs, starting with some spirit power up, so I'm gaining some spirit power on the first turn, for example. I'm grazing a bit so I don't die. I'm gonna do the same thing on turns 2. So so this is like a 2-turn setup where I spend 2 turns setting up before using my last word. So spirit power up, and then I'm gonna do accuracy up. So this accuracy up buff lasts for 2 turns, so I will have 2 turns of accuracy. On the next turn I will still have accuracy, so okay. Well, that's not good, so apparently I'm weak to those bullets. It broke my last barrier, and yeah, your player characters can also get full broken. But anyway, my point is, if your last word isn't powerful enough to kill the enemies on turn 1, then you can use some spell cards with equipped story cards to increase the damage output of your last word. On the left is turn 1 last word, and on the right is 2 turns of setup with accuracy and spirit power up. I was actually quite surprised by the huge difference in damage. I think I accidentally full broke one of the enemies as well, which is why there's like an 8-fold increase in damage, which isn't usually the case. Next, I claim the event's rewards from total points as well as buy out some books from the event shop. And it turns out I had enough books to finish maxing out Misumaru's second skill, as well as completely max out her third skill, which I just unlocked just a few minutes ago. This is great because usually level 10 removes the randomness from skills. Between levels 1 to 9, there tends to be a percentage chance to gain an additional level of whatever effect. So for example, between level 1 to 9, there's a percentage chance that I will gain 2 accuracy instead of 1 accuracy from her third skill. But at level 10 it's 2 accuracy, and I also get a full spirit power. I've also cleared the events on normal, which unlocks events EX stages or events extra stages, so these can give me additional cubes as well. Of course, I have cleared the event on hard, and I will do my best to clear the events on lunatic as well. By the way, chapter 1 also has these extra stages, so you can also get some cubes from doing these. And these extra stages, you can only do them 3 times a day, so it will take a while to finish clearing them out. The event extra stages on normal weren't that hard to clear. Yomu died to a 2-turn last word setup, and Sion is weak to both Star and Earth, so she just died. The purple numbers there means that Misumaru's spell card also hits killers on Sion, which means that it always crits. The event's lunatic stages, however, were a little bit troublesome, especially some of the 3-wave stages. Okay, I've managed to clear out the whole event, as well as event extra on normal mode, so let's see how many seal crystals that will give me. I have claimed a little bit of seal crystals, but this is pretty much all the seal crystals you get from an event. There's 34 for this event, so I'm still short of about 100 crystals. So I'm going to clear a bit of the main story so I can hit my goal of 750 cubes in the first week. I got some nice errands here as well. Thankfully, the earlier chapters of the main story stages are still pretty easy to clear. Even on hard difficulty, I can just use the auto button. I've cleared a little bit of main story. Let's see how many cubes I got. 36, so I just need about 50 more cubes. And then I will hit 750. And just to prove my point. I've cleared a couple more stages and not quite at 750, but almost there. I've done quite a lot of errands today actually. I've done all the 20 spawnable limited errands, and I've done 10 daily errands, and as you can see, the 30-minute errands have started to spawn. And just a few more stages and we are at 750. So with these cubes, I can pull for a festival friend and have enough cubes to use the exchange point system, which is 150 pulls to get one of these festival friends. And I'm considering pulling on this banner, as Yachi and Hekatia are great farmers. Yachi can farm Woods of Scarlet Dreams and I wouldn't need to raise medicine, and Hekatia can farm quite a few other story card stages. So I'm thinking about pulling on this banner, but there's no real hurry. I don't have the paper dolls to max these units anyway. In the meantime, I'm gonna see if I can farm a copy of this event story card, because I missed, because I started halfway through the event. I'm not gonna get the event, no, I'm not gonna get the story card from the login bonus, so I'll be stuck with 4 copies of this story card, and that's kinda, that doesn't make me happy. This card is not that bad, it's quite decent early on at max limit break. It gives 1.25 spirit power, so I'm gonna see if I can grab a 5th copy from the stage. Okay, I've tried to make a farming setup for the story card. I hope it works. I'm gonna run it overnight. See you guys tomorrow.